What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're diving into the Weather Cup with Probopass. For those of you who have been a follower of the channel for a long time, you guys know this was one of my favorite Pokemon to use back in 2019. It was absolutely amazing, and this was a time before Lock-on Registeel and Galarian Stunfisk. The big tanks were Bastiodon, Lapras, and Probopass. So today, we're going to be using it with Magnet Bomb. This does super effective damage against Ice and Rock type Pokemon. So Abomasnow and Cradily that are most common. Let me know what you guys think about this team, and let's go and get right into it. All right, getting into the first battle, we have Probopass on the lead versus Blaziken. We're going to go ahead and swap into that Toxapex right away, and we do see a Kingdra come in. This is actually a pretty decent matchup for us to potentially flip the game. That is something when you have a Blaziken lead against a Probopass and we have Whiscash as our anchor, getting the switch is going to be pretty important if we can pull it off. So I'm going to go ahead and give up a shield right here to stop the outrage, which it was perfect. I'm so glad it wasn't an Octazooka shield bait. I'm going to go ahead and go for this next Sludge Wave. If they decide to let this go, mission accomplished. And nope, they decided to shield. So this is going to be a close one. I think I still might be able to pull it off. I don't even know if it's worth it, but then I had the realization, hold on, I can fully farm down with Probopass right here, load up on a ton of energy. Spark is neutral, so I'm going to go ahead and load up. Thunderbolt does about maybe 60-70% of Blaziken's HP, and so that's what we're going to look to do. We're going to fully farm down, and thankfully Octazooka did not debuff us, which is now going to allow us to throw the Thunderbolt right away against Blaziken. So we're going to throw that Thunderbolt. We have shield advantage, so hopefully it's not a Razor Leafer in the back, and it lands. We swap out about 60% right there, and it's going to be a Cradily in the back. So not a Razor Leafer, but still something that we have to basically shield and not get one shot here. So this is going to be very close. Thankfully, we are slightly ahead on energy, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the Blizzard now. This does massive, super effective damage, but unfortunately, it does not one-shot. So we got to go for the Mud Bomb. This is going to be extremely close, and we get it in time. Perfect! Now it's going to be a race to the next charge move here against Blaziken. It doesn't have too much energy, but even then, I think a Magnet Bomb from this range might be enough to take out Blaziken. So let's see if we can survive. Yeah, we can survive the Blaze Kick. Perfect. So able to get two shields there against the Kingdra on the safe swap with our Toxapex, allowed the Whiscash to sweep. Beautiful game. All right, moving to the next one. We got Probopass on the lead versus Tentacruel. This time, a very positive matchup for us. We still need to watch out for Scald, and I'm not necessarily going to stay in because I am fearful that there is an Abomasnow in the back. So what I'm going to look to do is going to no-shield this first Scald right here. It's going to do about 50% HP, not too bad. The reason why I decided to let that go is because I'm not too worried about the poison jab damage. If I was taking neutral damage from fast moves, then I would be more concerned about shielding. So what I'm actually going to do is look to go for a Magnet Bomb right here to try to get a shield from my opponent and then fast swap into Toxapex. But they decided to let it go, so that's fine. We have a Blaziken come in, so we're going to come in with Toxapex right away. And there's actually going to be a Pelipper in the back. So we've basically secured a win right here. We have Whiscash for Blaziken that will get aligned up, and we have Toxapex here, which is very tanky, and we can put down a lot of neutral damage with these poison jabs. Plus, the Probopass with Spark would just chip away the Pelipper. We're going to let the charge moves go through as well. I think the best bet here is to just go for Brines. Now I'm going to decide to shield this next one, thinking this one might be the Hurricane, but it was another Weather Ball, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and load up, go for a Brine right here, get that final shield from our opponent, and then Whiscash is going to close this game for us. So they do decide to double shield. That's fine. I'm going to be able to get to another Brine here. This has to be a Hurricane. If it's Weather Ball, I get the Brine, I swap into Whiscash, game over. So it is the Hurricane. So now I'm going to come in with the Probopass. They swap into Blaziken right away, and I'm going to come in with the Whiscash, and then we are going to go ahead, and I believe I decide to shield this one. There's going to be the Brave Bird, so that was a good shield right there. So I'm going to overload on energy now, and then go for Mud Bomb right here. And then now we're going to be able to get to the Blizzard in time versus the Pelipper to close this game out. They have to land a Hurricane in order to take us out, which is perfectly fine because that now gives us the opportunity to land the Blizzard. Boom, takes it out, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, moving into the next battle, we have Probopass on the lead versus Cradily. Now, this is actually a pretty good matchup because we have Magnet Bomb. Again, I have been seeing a lot of Abomasnows and Cradilys, and Magnet Bomb just makes sense. It takes people by surprise, or it took people by surprise when I battled against them. It may not work the same for you, but either way, it still does a ton of super effective damage. So Cradilys now are going to have to swap out. Look at that! Boom! We're going to be able to get to another one as well. Now, this is the tough situation. We're taking neutral damage from Grass Knot, so I'm going to go ahead and opt to shield right here and load up on energy and look to go for another Magnet Bomb, but they swap in Araquanid. So what I'm going to look to do here is throw the Thunderbolt because I'm down shield, so I need to do a bit more damage right there. Make sure I have a Magnet Bomb loaded and now swap into my Toxapex, which can easily handle this situation with the Poison Jab and a Sludge Wave, or maybe a Brine, depending on how low we get it right here. But Bubble Beams don't do anything. The Araquanid is just going to try its best to consistently debuff us and stall the switch clock, which is fine by me. Because I am going to come out of here with a lot of loaded energy, but I'm looking to actually go for a Sludge Wave right here. Yeah, I maxed out on energy, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Wave to hopefully take out Araquanid. Yeah, we take it out. Beautiful. All right, let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be a Lantern. Perfect. Oh, this is beautiful. That means we have Probopass for the Cradily. Remember, we still have a Magnet Bomb saved because I loaded back up on energy. And now I have Whiscash for Lantern. So this is looking very good for us. We're going to go ahead and save that final shield. We're basically going to need it for the Probopass against the Cradily, potentially. So we're going to come in with Whiscash now. No shield everything right here. Surfs, they do a decent amount, but not enough to force a shield at least this early. Maybe 3 more I'll probably shield, but now we can start forcing shields from our opponent here because they still have 2, right? Their only win con or potential win con is to start shielding up these Mud Bombs. And we're just going to let these go through. I am more fearful about a swap in Grass Knot than I am about a Surf right there. So let's see what we decide to do. We're going to go ahead and load up. They make a beautiful swap into their own Cradily here to catch the Mud Bomb on Whiscash. So that's a good catch on them. And I'm going to go ahead and swap into Probopass now and throw the Magnet Bomb because I had it locked and loaded. So this should get the final shield. Nope, they decided to let it go. That's fine. Lantern now is going to go ahead and expel all of its energy, and I think I am going to be far enough ahead on energy in order to win this game. It's going to be close. Yeah, I'm 1 mud shot ahead. So this is going to be a close one. Hopefully I can CMP tie. No, that's unfortunate. A CMP tie is what's so ideal because now they're going to get a spark through on this next one. So it's going to be a close race, but you never want to go back-to-back as well because it's guaranteed fast moves that get through. You never want to throw back-to-back in these kind of situations. You want to throw one and then the next, and now we can take that game. So a bit closer right there. They made a great catch on the Cradily for the Mud Bomb. Otherwise, it would have been not as close, but yeah, good game. Probopass versus Abomasnow. Okay, cool. So we saw Cradily before. Now we see Abomasnow this time. And the thing is, Abomasnows know that they are weak to Rock Slide. That's what they're going to be baiting for. Now, they make a beautiful swap. I got to know people are going to try to catch the charge move. Of course they do. They catch it on the Quag. So this is what we got to do. We got to load back up to Magnet Bomb and then swap into Whiscash right here in order to potentially take Switch back. Now, I don't really need Switch guaranteed because I can do so much damage with Poison Jab to Abomasnow, but what I do have a concern for is what other Pokemon is in the back. If they had Abomasnow in the lead, a Quagsire safe swap, my fear is that they maybe have something like a Swampert in the back that could be back there, maybe another Whiscash, because if it's a Whiscash, then it really core breaks my team, but I have seen a lot more Blazikins. I've seen a lot more Cradilys and Abomasnows that I built this team around instead of seeing more Whiscash. So that's just the team building aspect right there. But we're going to see the Abomasnow come in, so I'm actually going to save my Whiscash. I'm going to come in with the Toxapex here because it's a nice neutral matchup, because I am down shields, first of all, and secondly, I don't know what that last Pokemon is, and I feel like I might need the Whiscash in order to close this game out. So we're going to go ahead and shield this next energy ball. They're very keen on staying in, and it was a Tentacruel actually, which makes sense why they did the plays they did. So now we have a good opportunity to potentially win this game because we still have Probopass, we still have Whiscash. We can put a lot of damage now with Toxapex and start forcing shields. So let's see if we can pull this off. They're going to go ahead and go for the Scald. We can easily survive that. Switch Clock is coming back up, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a Sludge Wave. And now we got to be very careful because my Probopass is the win con here. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Whiscash, throw the Mud Bomb right away. This hopefully gets a shield from them. Let's see what they're going to do. Yep, they do decide to shield. Perfect. And now they're going to go ahead and look to throw the charge move here. And this is where the opportunity is going to present itself for us because they are forced to throw energy. We can come in with Probopass after I let the Switch Clock go down. And Probopass, I have a little bit of energy on it. I should be able to get to multiple Magnet Bombs. So there's one. And remember, we only take neutral from Grass type moves. So we're going to resist the Weather Balls, and we're going to be able to survive the Energy Ball if they get to it in time, but they won't because we can gain energy so quickly with Spark as our fast move. So, boom, takes it down. And then we're going to go ahead and actually swap now into Toxapex because I was concerned about them landing the Scald. So I decided to catch it, and then we'll close this out with Spark, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, moving to the next one, we got Probopass on the lead versus Abomasnow again. So this time I'm going to be a bit more careful. They actually swap out right away into Politoed, and I'm like, uh-oh. This is not the best situation. Politoed is a nice safe swap against this team if they have Legacy Earthquake, which I didn't want to shield right away because I wanted them to show their hand that they do have it. So now this is actually going to be a very tough game to come back from because this Politoed now is in the driver's seat, especially since they decided to shield the Sludge Wave, and this could just be a Weather Ball or Weather Balls, and I don't want to be shielding those. So I'm going to go ahead and let these go through. We should be able to do a decent amount of damage with the Poison Jabs right here. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and throw another one. That's fine. I'm going to bank on the Probopass sweeping this game potentially, and we're going to look to come in with Whiscash right here and load up on energy. Yes, we are going to take damage from Weather Ball. Yes, that Abomasnow could absolutely destroy us right here, but we're going to try our best, and I CMP tie, unfortunately. I wish I would have overloaded a little bit of on energy right there. I should say, sorry, it's the end of the day. We're going to go ahead, and kids were up all night. For anyone, this happens. Anyone who is a parent, you guys know when they're toddlers, they just randomly wake up during the night and it's chaos. But anywho, we're going to swap back into, and it's going to be a Quillfish in the back. So this is perfect. We swap back into Probopass. So usually, from what I've seen, there usually isn't like double Mud Boys in the back because, or Politoed's a pseudo Mud Boy, because they'll be really weak to Razor Leaf. So having a Quillfish here kind of makes sense because it's the poison type, and we can just do super effective damage, and we're going to safely be able to double shield as well in order to stop those Aqua Tails, and then our Magnet Bombs should be able to close this game out. Now, this game is still not over. Magnet Bomb does not one-shot an Abomasnow, and they still have a shield. So they decide to shield that, which is fine. It is going to be Razor Leaf Abomasnow as well. So this is going to be a close one. We go ahead and throw the next Magnet Bomb. And now, let's see if we can get to a third one in time. Yes, we can. Probopass is amazing. Who was worried? I wasn't worried. Probopass putting in some work right here, and that's going to be a good game. Very well played. Boom. Down it goes. All right, moving into the next battle. We have Probopass on the lead versus Lantern. Okay, so another tough lead right here. What we're going to look to do is try to catch the Surf on Toxapex, but they don't throw it. And then we actually see Abomasnow come in. So this pays out. Oh, this is beautiful. I can take Switch here all day. We can take this switch against the Shadow Razor Leaf Abomasnow because we can just go for Brines, and they'll be forced to shield, and then I'll shield whatever charge move they have, and we will just Poison Jab down. Now, we did CMP tie right there. I'm going to go ahead and see. I'm taking Switch. right? We're putting that Whiscash against the Lantern all day, every day. So we're going to stop that Energy Ball. We're going to go for another Brine. They're probably going to let this go through, knowing that they're going to lose the fast move game. So they do let it go through. So now we've successfully taken Switch, and I'm curious if they have double Grass in the back. I don't know about double Razor Leaf, but any grass, right? If it's Ludicolo, if it's Cradily, I'm happy to face off against those with Probopass than I am with Whiscash, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and just go for a Brine here for any extra chip damage that I can get, because everything is going to be needed in order to win this game. And then we're going to come in with that Whiscash and just load up on energy. They do have a little bit of energy stored themselves, but you guys have seen how much damage Surf has done before. It's not too bad, and we can easily look to go for Mud Bombs right here to close this game out. Still, no shielding. I don't know what that final Pokemon is. I want to save the shield for the Probopass because they're going to be forced to shield against me, but they make a beautiful swap. Oh my goodness. They're very good at catching these. I always throw it at the wrong time is more of the correct statement. But we're going to make sure we get those Mud Bombs back, or that energy back on Mud Bombs. And now we're going to swap into Probopass right here because I can safely go for Thunderbolts to take down the Araquanid. So they're going to look to go for Bubble Beams. Not too worried. We heavily resist the Bug Bites right here. And Thunderbolt Spark both do super effective damage. So this is looking to be a good game. Very well played. Again, if you're losing lead, like we saw against Lantern technically, right, with the damage they can output, and the Blaziken leads, the Toxapex safe swap is so crucial. And again, I haven't really seen a lot of like Whiscash leads or Swampert leads today, so that's why this team just like put in a lot of work for me. If it is that case, then Toxapex may not be the best safe swap, so if that's what you're seeing, look to adjust with something else that you have access to. But we're going to go ahead and swap into the Whiscash here, go for the double Mud Bomb, and close this game out. They're probably going to be, I think they still have one shield left. Nope, they decided to let it go. Oh yeah, this was the one where they decided to shield on the Araquanid, hoping that they could farm me down with Bug Bite, which isn't going to be the case, because I'm going to go ahead and shield this right here on Whiscash, because we should be able to Mud Shot down from this range. They only have, it's like 2 Mud Shots to take them out. Yeah, two or three right there. Good game. All right, moving into the next one. We have Cradily on the lead. Shiny Cradily on the lead. So, again, another good matchup. Good against, our lead is very good against it, and our back line is somewhat weak to it. So this is perfectly fine by me. And a lot of Cradilys are they think Rock Slide Thunderbolt, right? Everyone's conditioned. Rock Slide Thunderbolt, Rock Slide Thunderbolt. Nope, Magnet Bomb. Super effective damage, and this is a beautiful, beautiful situation for us as we can land that. And now they're like, oh, you can feel it on the opponent's side, like, wait, they have Magnet Bomb. That was not in the plans right here. We're going to go ahead and no-shield the next Grass Knot because I want to get myself shield advantage right here for Toxapex and Whiscash on the back end. And let's see if they go for it. Yeah, they do decide to shield. Okay, we're going to be able to get to another Magnet Bomb right here before they can get to the next Grass Knot. They try to commit to the farm down, which is fine by me. I'm going to go ahead and throw this next one, which means we get 2 shields. Yes, we do. All right, so we're going to swap out now into Toxapex, save the Probopass for a potential sack swap later on if we need it, and look to fully farm down here with our Toxapex. Now, I might have to shield. Nope, they swap in Tentacruel. So this is actually looking to be a very good situation for us. If their best answer for my Toxapex is going to be their Tentacruel, then our Whiscash is looking very strong because it might be something else. It might be another Poison Water in the back. So it could be the Quillfish. It could be another Toxapex. Either way, we're looking very good because if they had a Lantern, it would have come in already. If there is Lantern in the back, well, we got Whiscash as well. So, or they would have had another Grass Pokemon because Tentacruel is not the best answer because we're just going to be able to tank all of these charge moves that they have with the Acid Sprays and just keep throwing Sludge Waves and literally just poison jab each other down. So this is looking to be a good game. Now, I obviously have to come in with Whiscash. I can't come in with Probopass, but I do have 2 shields. So as long as it's not a Razor Leaf user, we're going to come in with Whiscash. The Cradily is going to go ahead and look to throw the charge move, but I'm going to throw the Mud Bomb right away. I don't even want to have to give up shields or take any extra fast move damage right there from Bullet Seed. So let's see what it's going to be. Oh, it was a Toxapex in the back. All right, good game. Moving into the next one, we have Probopass on the lead versus Lantern again. So what we're going to do here is just go straight into Toxapex. Before, I tried to catch the Surf, right, thinking they'd go for it, but then it puts me in a bad situation of they just overload on energy and then start going for Thunderbolt. So I might as well just get my Toxapex in right away. Now we do land a Thunderbolt right there, or not a Thunderbolt, a Sludge Wave, and we're going to let them land a Thunderbolt, because we can just do so much damage with Poison Jab, but they decide to swap in Bastiodon. So this is actually a very good situation for Whiscash to load up on energy. Because they have a Lantern and a Bastiodon now, I'm gonna guess they have some kind of Razor Leaf user in the back would be my thought, because they need something for Mud Boys, right? So what we're hoping is it's gonna be an Abomasnow or a Ludicolo. That way Probopass has a lot better matchup against that. So now we need to come in with Whiscash and really load up on energy, because if it is in fact a Razor Leaf user in the back, it could be Cradily, right? But if you're thinking about what Lantern and Bastiodon are both weak to, it's my Whiscash right here, which means they need a grass Pokemon. So it's going to be probably one of three things: Cradily, Abomasnow, or Ludicolo are going to be my guesses. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb right here. I didn't want to take too much extra damage from charge moves from Bastiodon. So let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a grass Pokemon. I got to swap out right away. Let's find out. And it's Abomasnow. Okay, I think that was Razor Leaf Abomasnow, but this is now a good situation where I can safely go into 2 shields here against Lantern, because I only need to go for Magnet Bombs in order to take them out, because they are so low on health. If they had more health, I'd try to go for Thunderbolts, but anyways, they still have 2 shields as well, which means we're going to be getting those shields with the Magnet Bomb right here. So again, double shielding. That's a Shadow Abomasnow in the back, most likely with Razor Leaf, which means we are in a very, very, very dangerous end game right here. I'm going to overload some more on energy, go for the next Magnet Bomb, and I'm going to have to throw it right away. The hardest hitting charge move left in this game is going to be a Surf, and unfortunately, they get to it in time. So this is not looking good, because that does quite a bit of damage. I swap out into Whiscash to get ahead on energy, because remember, we loaded up so much on Bastiodon because I can go for the Blizzard. Yes! And we come in and go for the Magnet Bomb right here to take out Abomasnow. And then the Lantern is low enough where Sparks will take them out before they get to Surf. Good battle, very well played. All right, moving into the next one, we have Probopass on the lead versus Shadow Abomasnow again. This is what I saw, so this is what I'm building my teams for. All right, we got a Kingdra safe swap right here, similar. I think we saw a matchup like this earlier. So what we're going to look to do here is go for the Thunderbolt, and then swap into Toxapex and look to take this mid-game matchup, because we want to make sure we have Probopass aligned to the Abomasnow. We don't need to shield that first Outrage as well, because we should be able to go for a Sludge Wave right here. Now, if they in fact go into double shields, I'm just going to come in and load up on energy with Probopass, and they decided not to. Boom, down goes the Kingdra. All right, so in comes Abomasnow, and it is Razor Leaf. So we need to, I'm so glad we maintained switch advantage, because Razor Leaf Shadow Abomasnow is like one of the scariest things when you have a Whiscash on your team. And I'm going to no shield this Weather Ball. It is resisted, but my goodness, the damage coming from this Abomasnow, and they catch the charge move on Toxapex, but thankfully it's a Toxapex. Oh my gosh, I can resist these poison jabs, and I'm going to happily load up on energy right here. I need 2 Magnet Bombs, everyone. Considering they just caught the charge move, the only way I win this game is I have to shield this Brine. I have to get 2 Magnet Bombs loaded. Okay, we got 2, and now we got to come in with Whiscash right here and get this Toxapex out of the game as fast as possible. Their switch clock is coming back up, so I imagine they're going to be able to swap back in with Razor Leaf at some point, which means I need to get off 2 Mud Bombs, because I need to get this Toxapex low enough where my Whiscash, or my Probopass, can take it out. So we do get to another one, and they swap and catch the charge move on Abomasnow. Whiscash is now a sitting duck. This is not good. I'm just going to get absolutely shredded. Okay. We got back-to-back Magnet Bombs. We overloaded on energy against the Toxapex, which means I should be able to get them both off right here. The hardest damage left is that Razor Leaf damage. I heavily resist poison jabs, so now it's going to be a race. Boom! It's going to be a race between Toxapex and Probopass. I just need to get to the Thunderbolt in time. I will shield this brine, and I believe I did just get the Thunderbolt energy, so we're just going to go ahead and tap it, and yes, we did. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. Very dicey there in the mid-game and the Shadow Abomasnow, but I think the key to that was building back up to 2 Magnet Bombs once they caught the charge move on their Toxapex. That was my only win condition. I had to make sure I had that ready to go because they had 1 shield left. So very good games. This team was a lot of fun to use. Probopass, Whiscash, Toxapex. If you guys are seeing more Mud Boys, so Swamperts, Quagsires, Whiscash, Politoads on the lead, Toxapex isn't going to be the best safe swap, so you're going to want to find something else. Maybe a Kingdra, for example, could be a nice safe swap right there. But Whiscash and Probopass really make a nice pairing, especially with all the grass Pokemon that we see, like Abomasnow and Cradily because of Magnet Bomb. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.